We should we start by making a card or two? Maybe we have a letter. Dear Fortuna, you wanted to see us, right? I'd love a get together before the race starts. Let me know when it's a good time and I'll pick up Dahlia and come over to your place. Jasmine. Well, we do love Dahlia, so let's invite them over, shall we? So these are the two candidates to take over as leader of the coven that we used to be part of. They are in a fierce election battle. Thanks for coming. It's been centuries since we got the three of us together. I don't know why we didn't do this, like, I don't know, right away. What's up, witches? And you bet, magic life can get so chaotic sometimes that we just forget to enjoy it. Ah, yeah, it makes me so happy to see the two of you together. What did we do last time we met? I want to know this. What did we do last time we met? I remember you two came over to my garden. We had some delicious pastries that Fortuna baked herself. Oh, I remember. And we opened that bottle of swordfish liquor I got from the Nomad Sky caravan. Oh shit, I do remember now. We started to play that silly mortal game you taught us. Oh right, truth or dare, haha. It was all the rage among teenagers when I was a young immortal. Oh damn, then I dared you to read into the future of the coven. Ah, that is how the incident started. Fucking Idana, this is all her fault. If you ask me, she got off lightly. Now it's up to us to clean up her fucking mess. Are you nervous about the elections? Can't imagine. I'm cool, more excited than anything. On the one hand, I'm not worried because whoever wins in the end, the coven is gonna be well looked after. On the other hand, I want what's best for the coven, and I truly believe my program is the safest bet. Just to be clear, I do think you'd make for a lovely leader. But playing it safe is the death of progress, Jasmine. But aren't we all well already? We just need to iron out Adana's more abusive politics and put some love into the community. That's because the status quo benefits you. Think about all the novices and all the witches who don't fit into that orderly vision, myself included. My plan is not to start a revolution, but to level the playing field. It's not fair that power is held by the eldest. Novices need to be guided, though. Think about when we had just ascended. We weren't in any shape to be making important decisions. I don't know about that. Age has its own setbacks. What do you think, Fortuna? Well, about that, I guess it's time I make my stance clear. I'm with Dahlia on this. I just met with Patrice, and after putting some thought into it, we've decided we'll support Dahlia during the campaign. Fuck yes. What? Patrice too? Are my views so wrong that all my friends are uniting against me? Not wrong, but Dahlia's program suits our needs better. That's an euphemism for you're siding with the old hags. But I'm not an old hag. Doesn't that count for something? I believe that the old witches are using you to whitewash the power they exert over the coven. I'm not in cahoots with anyone, I swear. We didn't say that. But let's acknowledge that your program is pretty convenient for the old knot. Maybe that's just an indicator of how sensible my program is, don't you think? Yeah, sensible and retrograde. Hey friends, let's take it easy. Why don't we deal with this the way it was intended? We have many debates and campaign actions ahead to prove our points. No need to get bloody right here, right now. Sure. Yeah, we'd better. So this is it, huh? I'm afraid there won't be any more friendly get-togethers until we solve the shit out of this. Let's get to work. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Let's all do our best. Yay! Let's do our best! Whee! That was a very wholesome end. Okay, let's make some cards. We only have 9 cards. We need more. We need more cards. This is one of my favorite things. We did make the penitent wand last time. That was kind of fun. We have a lot of water we can spend. Imalana Payash Yoti. Yeah, it's always bleeding lava. The first witch is trying to heal this dominion. Tears of water deities. They're forever boiling. Boiling water, okay. We don't have too much of the air. Pilot from the Machina cult. Returning from a 70-year long trip into a black hole. Wow. Well, this might be a bit fiery. Well, boiling waters. Well, we don't have enough of that. Water combined with some earth. Born from the imagination of mortals and extinct because of their greed. Dragons were known for keeping treasure and grudges. Sure, let's try that. And oh, we have so many of these. Some of the last ones we've gotten. Iron Servant of the Forge Planet. Eyes of the Cat. Mirror. Witches that specialize in hunting magical beasts. And then we have Dragon. How do we put the dragon together? Build your own dragon. Okay. Wanna build a dragon? Oh. Okay, that almost looks good enough. Oh. Bugger. Not perfect, but we'll have to do. And it can be guarding the gold while this is shooting at him. Right in the face. Put some more of these in. There's many people hunting this dragon. Put some coins around. Some gold. And this turned into Abyssal Dragon. The ever-boiling sea of tears grants access to the most profound emotions. Bonds blessed by the dragon will become passionate friendships. Those hated by the dragon will wither away. The rifle is loaded with angst. Meanings: mercy, wellness, sabotage, adversity, yearning, passion, rejection, bad omen. That's a lot of meanings. Let's see. Can we talk to you for a bit? What to do? Oh, we have another guest. Hang on. Hello. And it's another guest at the window. So the only thing that sort of took me by surprise so far is the whole Greta relationship. That's sort of, I feel like it came out of the blue. So to me it didn't make much sense, but Fortuna, everything is set to go. Dahlia is ready. Get your shit in order because it's about to get real. Let me know when you're ready and we'll come over there to review Dahlia's program and campaign plan. Yeah. Come on over. So Dahlia's an old friend and Patrice is our sister. Who we turn into a witch before they died. Fortuna, let's rule this universe together. That's the spirit. Is this a winning team or what? Your energy has won us half the race already. Let's get right to it. How are you feeling, Fortuna? I'm ready, focused. Good. Hold on to that fuel. Did you meet with Jasmine? Yeah, we did. Yeah? And how did you take it? It was intense, but I believe we're fine. I think we're fine. I hope we're fine. Really? Yeah, I don't know. We've been through worse. This is but another rough patch. We're bound to clash from time to time. It's the price of friendship when immortal. Eventually, this will become just another memory to rehash while getting high in her garden. Good to hear. Okay, do you want to take the lead, Dahlia? I've got you. Let's do this. What's the plan? Let's go out there and start spreading the wonders of our program. Don't you think it'll be better if we strategize a bit first? What is there left to plan? Everything? I'm more the kind of witch that works with her gut. That's alright. It's a great asset to have a leader with sharp instincts. Do you mind if I take care of the most boring analytical parts? Okay, I understand. The floor is yours. I say we analyze our opponents first. Then I'll interview you two to see where we stand on the main issues. After that, we can review our program. Once we get to something solid, we should schedule some campaign actions to get the ball rolling. The date for the election congress hasn't been decided yet, but we're against the clock as of now. How does that sound? Smart? You're right. I'm ready. Good. First of all, to check we're all up to speed, Fortuna, did someone tell you about the 5 pillars of the coven? You know, judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties? I don't know what you're talking about. Really? Yes, I'm sorry. Dahlia, you didn't explain your program to my sister when you asked her to join you? No? That's what we're gonna do now, right? The fundamental question was if she wanted to support my campaign. That's on me. It's my fault for getting into all this without asking. Ah, okay. Allow me to explain in any case. There are 5 key directives that keep our coven's cogs churning. As I said, judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Make good note of them. Judgment is about how we deal with conflicts within the coven, how we determine who's at fault and such. It's also the executive branch, where the coven is going and how we deal with major events. Until now, we've had runic judgment, which basically consisted of Aidana consulting with the gods and us blindly swallowing whatever she fed us. Then we have law enforcement. That is how the coven punishes anyone who did something wrong or forbidden as determined by judgment. Right now, as you are well aware, we send infractors to exile for a variable amount of time depending on the severity of their actions. And our slogan be "Fuck you, exile." Very punk, it may work. Just kidding. Next is forbidden arts. That's how we deal with perilous magic and knowledge, such as summoning behemoths, necromancy, etc. The current directive is that when the coven determines that something could put our community at risk, we ban it. Let me tell you, the age of fear is about to end. Then there's mortal affairs. That's how we deal with humans and, as traditionally put, other lesser beings. Lesser beings as in animals or any life form that doesn't have access to magic, actually. Fuck that term, by the way. Aidana determined that mortals should be exploited and manipulated at witches' convenience. Did you know that Aidana wanted to cause World War III on Earth? What? Why? To harvest energy from mortals. Ah, piece of shit. I'm so happy that she's dead. Fucking bastard. We still have a celebration pending to send her off to hell. Ah, you bet. Last item, witch duties. That defines what obligations members have to the coven. Right now, we have those obnoxious quarterly controls Idana imposed on us to check on our progress. We skip them thanks to exile, but damn if they haven't been a pain in the ass. Also, should a witch fail to deliver, they'll eventually lose their membership. Imagine the strain that's put on many of our sisters. I would have gladly done my homework in exchange for freedom, though. I know, but still. Luckily, the controls are suspended until after the elections, and many of us are hoping they will be cancelled forever. You bet they will. Nice. That's all 5 of them, right? Yep. But for these elections, there's an additional critical point to the race. What to do with Idana's corpse? Oh, right. The coven is divided between devouring her, making the 100 members that we are right now become more powerful, or scattering her remains throughout the cosmos so more witches can ascend, making the coven more diverse. There's no actual dilemma here, though. I wouldn't eat that bitch's corpse even if you baked her into a chocolate cake. We need to open our doors to more witches. Let's turn Idana into something good. Alright, understood. I don't have strong opinions about it. Whatever you think is best. Anyway, internalize these issues, take your time. Let me know when you are ready to continue. Done? Done. Good. Let's start dissecting our rivals then. Here's the intel I gathered on Jasmine. Jasmine was born in a small English town during the Industrial Revolution, circa 1800. That put her in a cultural sweet spot for amassing the sympathies of the coven. She's a young witch in the eyes of the eldest, medieval and ancient witches, but not so alien as contemporanean witches with our world wars, TV, internet, and other global lunacies. I don't really know what those are either. Oh, yeah, sorry. You're not even from Earth to begin with. The thing is, Jasmine gets along with us, but is also part of the last decent generation, according to the most conservative witches. Her politics are a liberal revision of Idana's, removing the most tyrannical mechanisms by reducing punishment and responsibilities. That will maintain the status quo, but give more room for individualism and personal enterprise, free from many duties and the fear of failure. Whoa, how did you manage to get all that info in so little time? Enjoying the perks of having a journalist sister now, huh? Now focus. Her program to achieve this is judgment will be performed by a quorum of the 4 eldest witches in agreement with the leader. That is the sweetest candy of her program for the old lot. Enforcement will work with a system of strikes. She hasn't specified how many yet, but should a witch accumulate enough warnings, she will be expelled from the coven. Way less radical than exiles, and the worst case scenario is the freedom to start anew elsewhere. Regarding forbidden arts, she won't change a thing. Anything deemed dangerous by the eldest witches will be banned. Then for mortal affairs, Jasmine proposes a model of protection and guidance. What is good for humanity? What should we protect them from? I guess that'll be determined by the quorum of the eldest. Lastly, as for witch duties, she proposes a policy of no vigilance. Jasmine argues that we should trust every sister will have the coven's interests in mind and that there's no need to evaluate or impose any duties on any member. And of course, regarding the trending topic, Jasmine wants the coven to devour Idana's corpse so we all become more powerful. Take a minute to interiorize Jasmine's program. Alright. Quorum of the 5 wisest witches, expulsion instead of exile. Banning, yeah. Guide and protect rather than... Yeah, guide and protect people, not exploit. Freedom and trust. Sure. I'm impressed, Patrice. That's some amazing work. Thank you. Now tell me, what can we do against this program? I trust that everyone will see how our approach is far superior. And if not, we'll make up for it by showing spirit. I mean, spirit is important, yes. But we need some strategies to have the upper hand dialectically. Fortuna, any ideas? What do you think is the best strategy to undermine Jasmine's program? I don't want to undermine it. We just need to come up with something that's better than that. I don't want to undermine it. Poor Jasmine. That won't float. It's imperative we challenge our opponent's ideals to get ahead. Try again. What do you think is the best strategy to undermine... These plans benefit the powerful and forsake novices. Interesting. If we adopt this strategy, we may polarize the Coven's opinion. In the long run, we could gather the support of the young and weak, plus the support of the most compassionate elders. It may do the trick. Good. Good. Now to assess the candidate herself, let's use our privileged info on Jasmine. What would you say is Jasmine's strongest point? She can be extremely cunning. That's what I'm most afraid of. You're right to be on guard, yes. Fortuna? What would you say is Jasmine's strongest point? She's a pillar of the community. Yeah, she is. She helps and provides for many people with her garden and has many contacts and friends. That sure puts her ahead in the race from the very start. It'll be hard to win people's trust in Jasmine over to our side. Well, we'll need to undermine her capabilities as a leader and reinforce her status as a community provider so she stays like that rather than as a ruler. Now to her flaws, what would you say is Jasmine's weakest point? Combat. She's just not made for action. Ah, well, I don't know if there will be a lot of opportunities during this campaign to show one's might, but yeah, duly noted. What do you say, Fortuna? What would you say is Jasmine's weakest point? Her anxiety, maybe? Or she's easy to intimidate. I feel like she's... Is she though? Probably. Oof. That's one ugly road you're suggesting. But should the situation get desperate for us, we could try and scare her into place. Well, I wasn't suggesting anything. I was just telling you what I thought. I wouldn't like to do anything bad to her. Nothing aggressive, of course, but there are many ways to produce threats and fears to throw her off her game. Still, let's try to avoid that course of action. Okay. Ugh, I feel so bad doing this. Toughen up, Fortuna. Her advisors will be doing the same about Dahlia, no doubt. Plus, these are emergency resources. If you play our cards right, we can hope for a clean victory. Dahlia, focus on bringing your best game, and I won't have to push any ugly buttons. You're overthinking it. I've got this, team. Damn, you're cool. Shall we move on to Capressa? What? Who the hell is Capressa? Oh right, that old log is running for leader too. No one truly thinks she poses any threat to Dahlia or Jasmine, but she is a candidate nonetheless. We should study her. I believe this dark horse has a chance of surprising us all. Tell me who she is already, come on. Capressa, the historian witch. The eldest witch in our coven. She precedes even Idana. Capressa is originally from Earth, but ascended way before humanity started even writing. She has an infallible memory. All events are registered inside her tree rings. She's been a really valuable source for the Cosmic Gazette. Capressa has helped us many times with our articles. The thing is that she's always played a secondary role in the coven, just supporting us with her wisdom. But apparently, Capressa isn't a fan of change and isn't happy with the direction Jasmine or Dahlia want to take the coven. So for the first time, she's running for leader. Her program is easy to sum up. She wants to keep things exactly as Idana left them. Moreover, she advocates for preserving Idana's corpse as some sort of oracle. Keep using her as a channel to consult with the gods and to set the direction for the coven. Wow. Fuck Capressa. Fuck her indeed. Fuck her program in any case. I know Capressa personally and she is very kind and helpful. But yes, no one wants the ghost of Idana to keep ruling over us. She has very few supporters, all among the eldest, but I wouldn't underestimate her. Capressa has this special mystical aura around her. Combined with her vast knowledge, she's sure to impress many voters during the campaign. But what I'm more afraid of is that depending on how gruesome the race gets, we could scare some of the most conservative witches into switching sides from Jasmine to Capressa. I see. As long as we don't underestimate Capressa and keep her in check, it all should be alright, I think. Actually, I believe it's good that she's running. From the warfare point of view, That's the best case scenario for us. Divide and conquer. If the conservative side is split between Capressa and Jasmine, we can easily emerge as the dominant force. Wow, your experience as a warrior witch is going to come in handy. We warrior witches aren't all about smashing things, you know? You need brains to take on the most challenging forces of the cosmos. You have my respect. Don't underestimate Dahlia, Patrice. I won't. Anyway, I think we are ready to get into Dahlia's program now. Do you want to take 5? I'm good. Fortuna, how are you? Now let's get this over with already. Alright, go ahead, Dahlia. Okay, hear this. Judgment by referendum. Enforcement, none. Fuck that, I say we go for amicable resolution. Forbidden arts, none. Fuck prohibitions. Let's invest in educating our sisters so we're all aware of the risks and rewards. Mortal affairs. Fuck mortals. What? Haha, sorry, I got carried away with the fuck thing. I said we cut all ties with mortals. We are way too privileged to be messing with people's lives. Just leave them be and focus on the cosmic and the magical. Gotcha. Witch duties, magical tax. This is the true game changer. Have every member of the coven share a percentage of their magic output to pool resources for the benefit of the clan. That could be a pretty powerful asset for the coven, yeah. And that's it. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? You forgot about the hottest topic, what to do with Aidana's corpse. We scattered the shit out of that abomination of a leader, of course. Witchhood is so precious, we should open the doors for more women to become witches. Gotcha. So honest feedback? Of course, shoot. You are betting on a kind-hearted community that requires goodwill to work. Almost utopic, I must say. Why aim for less? I feel you, but our opponents are going to pick us apart. Better to stay ahead and do our own self-analysis. Gotcha. Fortuna, what would you say is the best strategy to counter Dahlia's stance?